buenos días o buenas tardes, depende de donde me vean. Espero que todo les vaya bien. Este ya es el último directo de Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Y nada, espero que lo disfruten. Ya después de este, pues comenzaremos con el Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Así que esperen. Así, perfecto. Un momentito. Un momento. Perdón, de vuelta. Voy a pasar esto por el grupo enseguida. Y empezamos. A ver, bien. Okay, let's get started. A cargar. Nunca llegaron a arreglar la tilde esta
Are you
invertida.
awake yet, Jack? GW.
Hey,
The
Ray,
Arsenal
¿qué tal
AI
está?
is corrupted beyond
Gracias por venir,
repair.
hombre.
I
Llegaste
admit that
tempranito.
I underestimated you.
Amiga, que se ve bien la cocina, hombre. Un saludo para Gustavo también. Disfruta este último directo Metal Gear 2.
I'll squeeze the
Por aquí
answers
bien,
out
¿y
of
tú
you
qué tal?
instead, my son.
Uy. Venga, conmigo no vas a poder. Anda, campeón. Un intento.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Yo.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens
¿Y
I
tú
have
qué
some
tal,
business
Bray?
of my
¿Todo bien
own
por
to
ahí?
attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
Qué cabrón.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Anda.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears
Hoy
as
hacía calor aquí
guards, a
también.
huge payload of
El aire
warheads,
fresco, pero
and
el sol
full
quemaba.
air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
Ah, bien. Y
A
punto.
list of names
¿Te irás a cocinar?
of the Patriots.
Hola. Qué ambicioso.
They were
Solid
planning to
Snake.
extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out.
Ahí el pobre.
We'll take the arsenal since you don't
Muchas
care
gracias.
for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Me faltó el matiz de las
That
grandes
was what you
masas
wanted.
sin pensamiento
I
propio.
won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Uy, ahí o se lo sabe algo. O se lo sabe cosas.
What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel.
Oh.
An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
Por eso. ¿Me acuerdan cuando decía por qué que tuvieran en cuenta por qué se parece tanto a Shadow Moses? Por eso.
The ninja.
Que todo es una simulación.
The computer virus
Todo
that
igualito a
mimics
Shadow
Fox
Moses.
Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Nada fue coincidencia.
AIM's own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker.
Wow.
I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well.
Hola. Por eso esta vez pudo esquivar el
As for
golpe.
the president,
Y no acabó con la
although
otra mano
Johnson
cortada.
realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part.
Ah, por eso lo
As
mató.
for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every
Un
scrap
poco lo que pasó
of
con el jefe de
information
ARPA.
regarding the Patriots from GW.
El jefe de ARPA
Your
reconoció a
plan
Ozer,
was
lo mató en la sala de
invalidated
tortura.
even before
El
execution,
expresidente se estaba dando cuenta de lo que estaba pasando y Ozer lo golpeó, lo mató.
Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper.
Hola.
We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there.
Hola. Claro.
The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake.
Está curioso, ¿eh?
Even rookies can fight like men of experience.
O sea, propiciaron la situación para que fuera una especie de Snake.
And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Hola. Puto Ocelo.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
Wow.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
O sea que las armas de algún modo reconocían a Olga y como que se desviaban la pala.
Heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
Oh.
It missed.
Él sí que tiene un artilugio curioso. ¿Se acuerdan por qué en el barco nadie le daba con las balas? Ninguno de los soldados de Kurlukovich y los marines nadie. Por eso es lo que hacía que se desviaran la pala. Vaya un brinco que pegó. Y se iba la pelota. Este Metal Gear es el del barco. Ojo con la cola. Vaya bestia. Hey papu, ¿qué tal? Gracias por pasarte, sí, al final. Y mañana si puedo empiezo con el 3. No, no. Ojo. Acuérdate que este se cargó a 3 Ray. Óselo. Aquí no te puedo dar, pero al rey puede que lo pueda reventar. Ojo. ¿Qué planea?
Fortune! You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray
Sí, un personajazo sólido.
Die!
Sí, era un Snake bastante interesante. Qué pena que no hubiera un desarrollo más profundo o ver más cosas de él. Ojo, mira lo que hace Fortune. Al final va a ser la dama de la suerte, ¿no? Yo soy Snake, hermano. Bueno, solo en el mismo tipo. Los dos. Un poco líquido.
What the? Impossible!
Dios, la mentirería.
She is Lady Luck.
Sí.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family.
Va por una víctima de un guión. Se dejó sin munición, Ocelot.
try this instead.
Uy, tiene agua almacenada. Uy. Algo pasa.
No! No, not now!
Listo. Los tres hermanos ahí. Dios, cómo está erguido el rey. Uy, ese popeo, macho, eso no lo vieron a la hora de desarrollar el juego, Uy, Konami, hay que colgarse mejor las ediciones remasterizadas.
It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all...
Por eso Snake pudo aparecer en esta misión y no estaba previsto por los Patriots. Fue Liquid quien lo metió dentro.
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
¿Por qué no?
Time to say goodbye.
Ojo.
Damn.
Sí, tío. Bueno, tiene una explicación que sea en el Metal Gear 4. Pero sí, aquí tú lo piensas y niño, se dejó la pinza. Ahí se tomó Kojima ese día. Ojo. Esta parte es súper épica, tío. Yo recuerdo que de chico esta escena me dejó súper paranoiado lo épica que era.
Hey, Snake, you coming?
Ojo. Snake se atreve a todo. Snake sabe lo que hace, right. Aprende. Ojo. Arsenal gear is out of control. Se ha ido de madre el Arsenal gear. Ojo. Para Nueva York. Va a acampar contra el Federal Hall. Ojo, y supone que eso es un Metal Gear, el presidente era el Arsenal, el nombre claro. Nada, tranquilo, Bray, tú lees el diálogo sin problema. Para eso está. Yo procuro no hablar tanto durante los diálogos para que no despistar y no eclipsarlo, pero a veces no puedo evitarlo para comentar cosillas. Wow. Qué leche, man. Federal Hall. Tío, recuerdo visitar este sitio justo en Spider-Man 2, macho. Me puse como me quedé un rato arriba en ese mismo tejado y yo, coño, aquí donde peleó Riley y Sutherland.
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
You know what day it is today.
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence. The dawn of a new nation. Here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule. Liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
Mira, los oídos tan ambicioso. Una segunda independencia, pero los Patriots en este caso.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship.
Anda, mira tú.
Jack,
Muy actual esto.
listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation.
Anda, mira. Al final era un visionario
The
sólido.
data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles.
Exacto.
Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out.
Exacto.
What is
No,
our
no
legacy if we
pueden.
cannot
No,
pass the
otra de los
torch?
subtítulos da un poco
Proof of our existence, a
confuso.
mark
No
of
pueden
some
reproducirse
sort.
porque son clones. Y lo han capado a adrede.
When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my
¿Se
legacy,
escucha bajo,
my mark in
Brian?
history.
Que estaba hablando un poco bajo. Estaba
But the
murmurando yo.
Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots.
¿Qué tal ahora,
And
Brian? ¿Se me
liberate us
escucha mejor?
all. And we will become the Sons of Liberty.
Ahí el título del juego, The Sons of Liberty. Ojo. Chequen ahora Campbell.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the
Esa no
human
es Rose.
genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state,
Eso
growing
también
at
es
an
algo
alarming
actual, mucha
rate.
basura
It
por
will
ahí que se
only slow
viraliza.
down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Mira, piensas hoy en día en cómo son las redes sociales, la información que se pasa, que todo es basura en verdad. Y te quedas ahí, o gran parte de ello es basura, te eclipsa el contenido bueno y piensas esto y dices, pues, que actual es este jodido juego, tío. Por eso este juego ahora cobra tanto valor que en su día no tuvo.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics,
Son los
unnecessary
Patreons lo que están
information
hablando,
and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
Anda.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just
Ready-made
something used
truths.
to preserve those positive
Ready-made
emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you
Verdades
conveniently borrowed
preparadas.
under the logic that would
Suena
endow
mucho
you
eso,
with some
¿no?
sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self
qué
is something
cabrón.
that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like
Cabrón.
you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now, we think for
Mami,
you.
aquí Kojima
We
lo
are your
clavó, tío.
guardians, after all.
Un juego con
You
una...
want to
que
control
está muy
human
adelantado a su
thought,
tiempo, 20 años
human
completamente.
behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity.
Anda.
The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness.
Mira qué revelación.
S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
Uy.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
Mira tú, qué torcido todo, ¿eh?
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them.
Not Campbell,
it's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Joder, qué torcido, una inteligencia artificial.
Jack,
Kojima ahí, yo no sé qué consumió ese día que se lo
My
pidió todo
clone
esto,
brothers
tío.
and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack.
Ojo.
I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix.
Madre mía.
It's time we were both free.
Olga sword. Padre Olga. Ojo.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
O sea, que quiere llegar a ellos a través de la información que va por el cuerpo de Jack. Son los Patriots en algún lugar. Sí, los tienen ellos secuestrados a pesar de ser una inteligencia artificial. Tendrá algún complejo controlado por ellos, dan orden a los que estén en ese complejo y mantienen el niño de Olga. Hola. No, Rose no. Uy, tengo que ver cómo era esto, tío. No era así. Ahora. Hola. Ahí te va. Ahí se puede hacer esto. Hola. ¿Viste, Brian? ¿Vieron eso? Ahí te va. Hola, no lo volví. A ver. Venga, no hace falta. Anda, campeón. Vamos a ver qué dicen por el code. Este tacón con el teléfono. El teléfono del code. No, tacón sí.
You don't have a lot going for you with just your bare hands. You have your own blade. Use it.
Muy bien. Vamos a ver qué dice la inteligencia artificial.
Solidus down. Think about Olga's child and your Rosemary. You must win.
Ay, cabrón.
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. We're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game, exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus. Right. Take Solidus down.
Let's go.
Que te estoy ganando. Me cuenta. Ojo. Ahí quemando. Va a posar por los tentáculos. Aquí se inspira un poco en Octopus, en Doctor Octopus. Sí, Doctor Octopus. Hola, aquí.
Let's go.
Ay, se queda parado. Ah, vamos a pasar. Adiós. Ah, toma por saco. Trofeo. ¿Qué te pareció la pelea, Brian? ¿Qué les pareció? Hola. Ahí se precipitó. Ahí se precipitó. Venga. El George Washington que va. Está muy volando aquí. Ahí se va un Snake. Se acaba de cargar al que mató a sus padres, lo convirtió en un monstruo de pequeño y lo dejó traumado. Una parte de él la dejó finiquitada. Ojo la música ahí ahora. Esta transición es poquito épica. En la Play 2 era como una transición más no sé, no tan brusca. Aparecía poco a poco esta escena atravesando la otra. Aquí fue brusca, como si fuera una idea positiva sin animación, tío. La versión está, la verdad, telita en algunas transiciones, porque por ejemplo en el popeo de Ocelot antes y esto, entre otras cosas que hemos visto durante los anteriores capítulos. Madre mía, si hacen una masterización, una Master Collection definitiva, tío, que la hagan bien. Ahora están sacando parches, pero los parches que están sacando van arreglando errores que son como minucias. No es tampoco la gran cosa lo que están arreglando. A ver. Mira, el policía soy yo. Está flipando ahí con los brazos todos abiertos.
Who am I really? No one quite knows who or what they are.
Qué máquina de Snake.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
Qué épico el Snake, tío.
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality.
Ojo con el discurso,
Most of what
que
they
no la de
call
tanto.
real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
Qué épico, tío.
By the way, what is that?
Ojo, ¿se acuerdan cuando puse mi nombre en el nodo por primera vez? Ojo.
Dog tags.
Julio Mar. Español.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before.
Exacto.
I'll pick my own name and my own life.
Mira, este es
I'll
Bam.
find something worth passing on.
El trofeo de encontrarlo. El puto Kojima. Igual es él realmente, porque vean, bueno, sería spoiler lo que diría ahora, pero bueno, ya lo verán en el Metal Gear 4.
We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Bueno,
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it.
Señor.
As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Qué
Do you know where
épico,
Liquid
señor.
went? I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
Oh.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
Ojo.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
Anda, mira tú.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably
Sí,
find out where they
queda un
operate.
poquito los créditos ahora, que los veremos enteros.
You have things to do
Pero
first.
sí, el juego ha acabado.
And people you need to talk to.
Exacto. Qué épico eres, Snake, tío. Y se va ahí todo papu. Miren ahora. Miren quién está ahí. Sí, a partir de mañana al 3. Descuida, Bray. Si te queda, lo veremos todo. Hola, Rose. Sí, Rose es de verdad lo que antes era una inteligencia artificial con la que habló Raiden a hasta que ella a partir de que la raptaran.
Snake?
Snake
What's wrong?
¿Cómo se dice? Ay, ¿cómo se desapareció? Mira ahí, Bam, qué cabrón.
Nothing.
Qué mona, Rose. Aquel era el pajarito de... Bueno, el loro de Emma.
I wouldn't know.
Sobrevivió.
But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Were you both? Está embarazada. Qué bonito el juego, tío. Qué pasada el juego.
Do you remember this place?
Of course.
Ya no está enojado porque ya comprende lo que pasó, que ella también la utilizaron para llegar hasta él, pero que se dio cuenta de que ella también se enamoró de él al fin y al cabo. Así que lo quiere empezar de nuevo y labrarse un futuro distinto, una nueva identidad. Y quieren buscarse a sí mismos. Dios, qué pasada, tío. Creo que voy a ir a Nueva York un día. Complicado, pero bueno, estaría bien.
What?
No, estaría genial, ¿no? Bien.
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach
Ojo, que
that
es
to
una
our
buena
children.
enseñanza, ¿eh?
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow,
Compasión, no el dolor, concha.
We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
Qué artistazo el Harry Gregson Williams, el que hizo toda la música, tío. Qué juegazo, tío. Y 20 años después, cuando lo venimos a apreciar. Yo lo aprecié desde un principio, pero ahora más todavía se aprecia por parte de la gente por su vigencia actualmente. Le pasó un poco a este juego como a los personajes de la trilogía precuela de Star Wars. Todo el mundo criticando a Hayden y las películas en las que participó él como Anakin, y ahora hoy en día lo ama todo el mundo, ¿sabes? Y lo creo que un poco le ha pasado a este juego. Bueno, Bryce, pues muchísimas gracias por acompañarme en este último episodio y alrededor de esta serie. Así que nada, sí, mañana empezaremos con el 3. Espero que te guste también. Oírme hablar durante el Metal Gear Solid 3. Dale un saludo a Gustavo. Me quedaré aquí un poco más con los créditos. Gilia, sí, es piquísimo al final, tío. De los mejores finales, ojo. Un juego en su día muy poco valorado y que hoy en día se debe el valor que tiene. Por la vigencia, como dije, y por el juego en sí. Está muy bien hecho. Un abrazo a los dos, Brian. Que tengan buen día por Argentina hoy. Hermoso país. Sí, pero por cómo está llevado, tío, pero el país en sí es precioso, tío. Tienen ustedes una riqueza y un país inmenso, un acento precioso. las chicas argentinas enamoran, vamos. Yo me casaba con una argentina. Así que no te digo todo. Y súper bonito, ¿sabes? Te digo, el acento de ustedes, sinceramente, sobre todo el del Río de la Plata, imagino que en otros sitios de Argentina no tendrá ese acento típico que más caracteriza a Argentina, pero el del Río de la Plata, que imagino que es el que tendrás tú también, es precioso, tío. A mí se me pegaría rápido, tío. Es un acentazo súper precioso, lo más bonito que hay en el castellano. Por eso, valoren a Argentina, intenten levantarla porque Argentina vale mucho la pena. Hombre, el resto de países hay hispanohablantes también, pero Argentina tiene su peculiaridad tan bonita que es el acento y sus paisajes y su propia tierra. Precioso. Espero ir un día, la verdad. Espero ir un día. Así que a argentinos les mando un abrazo desde España, concretamente de las Islas Canarias. No, tanto como quedarme a vivir, no, porque toda la familia aquí. Tú sabes que es un país que sí me gustaría ir y visitarlo. Y me gustaría irme una vez, por supuesto. Venga, Brian, un abrazo, tío, a ti y a Gustavo. Que tengan un buen día. Y gracias, hombre. Mañana me verás, ya verás. Mañana empezamos con el Metal Gear 3, más o menos hasta ahora. Brian, si quieres, no sé si está. Después pondré en mi canal de YouTube el Instagram por si quieres seguirme. Si quieres seguirme, Bray, o cualquiera que vea este vídeo, claro. Siéntanse bienvenidos, cuanto más mejor. Sí, veremos todos los subtítulos. Igual que el anterior, hay que verlo entero. Pensé hoy en coger los vídeos de cada serie y juntarlos todos en uno solo, pero es que claro, serían muchas horas. Por ejemplo, el Metal Gear 2 serían 8 horas de vídeo, imagino que eso es, vamos. Si hiciera un speedrun, que quiero hacer algunos, y ahí sí, tendría más sentido. Pero madre mía, se imaginan 8 horas de vídeo, sería mucho. Mira los pósters en la The Police Not, Zone of Enders and Metal Gear Ghost Babel. Que los vimos ahí en la habitación donde estaba el loro, ahí en el Shell One Core, en el último piso donde conseguimos el micrófono unidireccional. En la esquinita aquí donde estaba el nodo, ahí es donde estaba el póster. Y en otros sitios, claro, del mismo piso. Unidad de la remasterización HD de la Play 3, pero esta no la hicieron muy bien, Madre mía. A ver, es disfrutable el juego, pero los fallos que hemos comentado anteriormente incomodan. Una penica, tío, estas sagas hay que tratarlas con respeto, hombre. Tío, si no es Kojima el que está al timón, macho, es complicado que hagan algo. No, esperemos que en los remakes tanto de Metal Gear 3, los futuros Metal Gear que rehagan y el remake del Silent Hill, o están a cargo de otro estudio, esperemos que esté bien. Estén bien, que sean actuales y que sean muy disfrutables. Hideo Kojima. Kojima-san. Queda el último discurso, creo que, de Snake. Así que disfrútenlo.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes.
Ojo.
We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Ve la estatua del Toro y lo único que hace es cogerle los huevos, macho. El ser humano está fatal. Ojo, que ahora queda el último discurso también. ¿Se acuerdan la llamada de Ocelot en Metal Gear 1? Pues ahora pasa algo parecido. Chequen.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
Oh.
What the hell?
Tiene su explicación, pero no se dará ahora. Este es mi tiempo de juego, muy bien. 9 horas en total, 14 veces guardada, no he muerto ni una sola vez. Y alerta 11 veces, persona muerta 64, y eso que quería empezar no matando a nadie, pero bueno, al final es lo que hay. 17 raciones utilizadas, muy bien. Sí, señor. Hombre en clave escorpión, tengo mi trofeito. Vamos a ver qué recibimos. La cámara, por supuesto, que es lo único que cogimos. Tanto para la parte de Snake como para la parte de Ray, aunque la parte de Snake ya tenía la cámara por defecto. Pues señores, hemos acabado Metal Gear Solid 2. Muchísimas gracias por haberme seguido, todos los que han estado durante los directos. Y gracias a la gente que lo ha visto a posteriori en los vídeos que se han subido tras el directo. Y nada, espero mañana ya empezar con el Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Y espero que lo disfruten, ¿vale? Espero que lo disfruten tanto como yo disfruto jugando esta saga que es mi favorita. Así que nada, que les vaya bien, que tengan un buen día, salúdenme a la familia y pórtense bien. Y viva la comida.